I was watching them when they played and just recently just.
She's so excited. You should have seen all the stuff she got this summer from delivering the signs and not. Let's call to order the regular board meeting of the Board of Education School District 40 at 6 p.m. on Monday, August 22nd, 2022 at the College Professional Development Room. Could I please have a roll call?
Audrey Adamson.
Here.
Justin Anderson. Chet DeSmet.
Here.
Kate Schaefer.
Here.
Maria S. Trigueros.
Here.
Andrew Wayert.
Here.
Aaron Waldron Smith.
Here. Could we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 3 is the approval of the minutes. Do I do these individually? Okay, so I thought. A is the minutes of the open session of the regular Board of Education meeting of July 25th, 2022. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? No. Can I have a roll call, please? All in favor?
Aye.
Just want to see if you all were paying attention.
We weren't.
Okay, B, minutes of the closed session of the regular board meeting of education on July 5th, 2022. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. No one's opposed? Okay. C, minutes of the open session of the special board meeting of education meeting of August 8th, 2022. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
No one is opposed. All right, communication, public comment, and participation. We do not have any. Moving on to the consent agenda. We did have to pull something, so there will be 2 things read. The recommended motion is that the Board of Education approve the actions contained in consent agenda items A through I and K through S as presented. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Can I have a discussion? Roll call, please.
Kate Schaefer.
Aye.
Maria S. Trigueros.
Aye.
Andrew Wayert.
Aye.
Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chet DeSmet.
Aye.
Aaron Waldron Smith.
Aye. All right. Next item is that the Board of Education approve the actions contained in consent agenda item J as presented. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Maria S. Trigueros.
Aye.
Andrew Wayert.
Aye.
Audrey Adamson.
Abstain.
Chet DeSmet.
Aye.
Kate Schaefer.
Aye.
Aaron Waldron Smith.
Aye. Reports, requests, and open discussion. Dr. Savage.
Okay, we've been quite busy the last couple of weeks getting ready for the first day of school. Our administrators have been engaged in professional development the last week and this week getting their buildings ready. Tomorrow, we are incredibly proud to open up the new Aspire Alternative School Program in A Wing of Moline High School. which also will include the new school-based clinic called School Health Link. As you know, they are a current school-based clinic located in a different brick and mortar location in Rock Island. And they have now been able to move into this new renovated wing of Moline High School, providing far easier access to services for our kids and families. So we are very excited and grateful for that partnership. The ribbon cutting for that renovation is tomorrow night, with the festivities beginning at 5 p.m. and everyone is welcome to attend. This Wednesday evening, the Moline Public Schools Foundation is hosting their first fundraising event, which is in partnership with a number of downtown area businesses, giving a portion of the proceeds for Wednesday night back to the foundation. As you know, they have supported over $40,000 in classroom projects for this upcoming year. So we're very grateful for their partnership as well. We are also very excited to welcome back all staff this Thursday morning for our District Institute Day. And of course, that evening, many of the schools will be hosting their back to school nights, as we call Unpack Your Backpack Night. Some of the schools have staggered days and hours, but most are occurring Thursday night. We just encourage parents to touch base with their school if there's any variation to that schedule, but we're very excited to have the kids and families back in our schools. This coming Friday is the first day of school, and we are so excited and looking forward to having everyone back in our buildings, as well as our first home football game. So we are just jumping right in with school pride and school spirit. We have a lot to be excited about, and very excited to launch this positive start to our school year. I would also like to include a staffing update. As you know, across the country, districts have faced devastating teacher shortages, putting kids and programs at risk. But I'm proud to say that due to the proactive and strategic decision-making, our district, the Moline-Coe Valley School District, has been really largely insulated from those challenges. We've been very lucky. We remain a desirable district, as evidenced by the number of teacher hires that we were able to obtain from neighboring districts and other districts in the region. I'm also proud to say that we will have all of our classrooms fully staffed on day one, 2 of which, however, will be staffed with long-term substitutes, but a plan for their permanent filling is in place. It's just a timing issue. One of those is at the middle school level and one of those is at the high school level. But given the national challenges, for all sakes, that is an incredible feat to have everything staffed for our kids when they start on Friday. Regarding elementary school classes, as you know, we watch the first 10 days very closely and we monitor kids in seats every single day. And so the staffing is somewhat fluid the first 10 days. And that's where we make those decisions if we need to implement a class size reduction teacher or a class size reduction para educator to support students. But Mr. Dite is on that, and we're tracking the numbers every single day. And so far we're in a good place. We're looking good. We have, for the most part, things look pretty balanced. We have a couple of hotspot areas that we're watching, as we normally do, but we have processes in place for those. Once those numbers level out, then we can make any adjustments as we need. I can tell you that things are looking good. We did lower the algorithm 2 years ago, I believe, for an elementary classroom to sort of unlock a class size reduction para. And that's something that we're happy to be able to provide any classes that hit certain thresholds, which varies by grade. Other than that, I know Mr. McDermott's going to be providing an update on our HVAC projects at Adams, Logan, and Butterworth. This is something that is on all of our minds. The only thing I would say in advance of that is that Mr. McDermott, along with our facilities director, Keith Karstens, have gone above and beyond pretty much 24/7 the last several weeks. He will provide an update, but we're very, very grateful for their leadership and incredibly grateful for the work efforts of our maintenance and facilities crews over the last several weeks to get us to the point where we are today. And lastly, per the direction of President Waldron Smith, I've begun to coordinate an interested school board candidate forum for our community. We've set the date for Thursday, September 15th. It'll be held in the evening at the Bartlett Performing Arts Center at Moline High School. I've also invited other superintendents if they're interested in participating with 1 or 2 of their board members as well. Since school board candidates are local to their own district, This is a great opportunity to work together and partner. So we are working on that flyer. So far, Rock Island School District is committed, so they will for certain be sharing the event with us that night. And I will be following up with United Township and East Moline and determining if any other districts would like to join. Essentially, we will be putting this out to all members of the community just as sort of an info night, just to provide some basic information about the role of a school board member, what it entails, what the commitment looks like, processes and procedures associated with that, and then certainly open it up to a Q&A as well. So as we have members in the community that might be interested in taking that next step, we hope to provide some information and they can make more of an informed choice. So we're excited about that and working on that, and we'll be getting ready to promote that out soon. And that is all I have. And I think I'm gonna kick it over to Mr. McDermott.
Okay, I'll come up here, you might have some questions. First and foremost, thank you, Superintendent, for the kind words. I will tell you, we're consistent. Keith, I, and John Pearson are consistent. Every project has been delayed. Every project, as I would define it, is within budget and on time. So we'll go from there. We'll go over each one. Jane Addams, the teachers were allowed in the building for the first time today. We've had custodials work, go behind the contractor for the last 21 days straight to try to get there. The LEDs are complete. The rooms are going to be back in order. The new ceilings are in place, so all that looks good. The outside of the building looks very bad. We still have a temporary road around the back because we got to get a chiller on top of the roof, and you have to have a crane. It's still safe. Everything's in place. It'll be a little inconvenience. The chiller is supposed to be shipped on August 30th. Might take 2 weeks to get shipped. And then you got about 10 working days for the electrical and everything to get up. So in reality, there's probably not much chance, maybe a day or here or there. So that's Jane Addams. Butterworth, a little bit more challenging, but in the same regard, we've had custodial there for the last 21 days straight. You know, they're working night shift, weekend nights, because they're following the contractors. And that was just to get the teachers in today. Chiller is back ordered. It's supposed to be shipped the 30th. Might take 2 weeks, might take 10 days thereafter. However, we have electrical switch boxes that are on back order, and they're not going to get in until October 17th. So there is no hope unless we have an Indian summer in November of that building having air conditioning in place this fall. Then we have Logan, pretty good. Everything remember the LEDs in the ceilings were replaced last year. So that helped us be a little ahead of schedule compared to the other two. But the chiller is a different size, different style. It's going to go on the roof, and that's supposed to be shipped this week. So the electrical's all in place. So we might have an outside chance on that one. And then after we get it, take 10 days, best case scenario based on labor. Wilson, all the equipment's in. Supposed to, for my last update, we were supposed to be done and completed by, I think, tomorrow or Wednesday. So nope, later.
Probably Wednesday.
So Wednesday. It's ever changing as we speak. So that's where we are. And folks, it's just an undertaking we don't have enough time. So, you know, that's the reality. There's just not enough construction time in that 70-day work window to get it done. We tried our best, did what we could to order the products first and get them in there. Even if the products were probably in place and the chillers were in place, it would have been hard to have to be successful for day one air conditioning. But we're trying, because if you don't try, what are we going to do over winter or something like that? It's still the best schedule to try to do it. Talk about next summer. Why not? Because we're still tired from this summer. We have our bids out on the street for Washington and Lincoln Irving, and they're supposed to be in the 30th. The bids went out the 15th. I think the bid opening's the 30th. The budgets and stuff are so much different. I wasn't even going to give you guesses or anything. And after we open the budgets, we'll look at it, because it's a little different. When we're doing bonds, we have to estimate the project, sell it for that amount, pay all the bonds. This one, we're using ESSER funds. So it just really means with all the cost inflation, we're just not gonna get probably to the Roosevelt, the rest of Deere, the rest of Wilson that's needed, and then bicentennial, the upgrades. That's really what it means. But the good news is hopefully you'll have 6 buildings. We don't necessarily have the design ready for Jefferson. Jefferson's a different beast because there's no room in the ceiling. So stay tuned on all of that. So yet to come, but you'll be getting something probably in the next board meeting for the start, because we want to get the chillers ordered a little sooner than we did before, but who knows? So with that, we also have 2 external things you might hear about. Is the city is doing work that's nothing to do with us, but on 53rd Street by Jane Addams, the south of Jane Addams, there's a little neighborhood with a circle neighborhood. That is all getting tore up. So there's going to be redirection on 35th Street starting the day, it's first day of school. So that is probably going to go until November, if weather permits. Then the other one is, it's been ongoing, but they're trying to give us one way by the tennis courts behind the south side of Moline High School. And again, they're trying to give us one way out, because our buses come in there and then they exit there. And then it'll force everything to the west, which will make the intersection of Avenue of the City and 34th probably a little bit congested. What I will tell you is, of all the high schools that I've been to a lot throughout the state of Illinois, we have more access points in our high school than any other one I've seen. So there are ways to change that behavior, and they'll figure it out. But those are the 2 things that'll impact us, and that's not supposed to be done until Thanksgiving. So with all that good news, you got any questions?
So for the chillers for next year's project and the fan coils and all that, are we going to be able to order those before the bid is finalized?
That's what we did before.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
We did a split package.
Anyone else? Questions for Dave? All right, thank you, Dave.
Thanks.
Kate, do you have something you wanted to say?
Oh, yeah, I was just, as always, Rachel, I appreciate your weekly updates. I'm sure everyone else does, but the one that broke down the mental health days, for students who had used all of the 5, some of the 5, and then the breakdown of each grade level, I really appreciated that. And I was impressed to see it was 10+%, and in some ways sad to see that it was only 10%, but
Shows the need.
but for the first year of it being in effect, I'm impressed. So just
And we
wanted to
really
say-
didn't advertise it per se, just
Right.
families knew that that was an option.
But I do appreciate that detail.
Audrey, 2 things. For the session we're gonna do for the school board sort of info session, potentially, I don't know if we'd want to invite, or if we already thought of inviting like the county clerk or somebody who has the information about what
That's a
packet
good idea.
pulling. I mean, I'm sure maybe somebody from the office would be happy to come and explain what that process looks like to pull a
We've been,
packet.
Stephanie's been on them in terms of getting their dates.
Yeah.
But they haven't come forth with those yet. That's a great suggestion. Thank you.
It should be on the website.
Yeah, they should be on the website.
Are they maybe? They might not be. They might not have been updated yet though.
I know that.
So sometimes,
I'll look
hard
into
to
that.
say.
Date to circulate petitions is September 20th. The date to file is
September 20th, okay.
And the date to file is December 12th. Last
Okay.
day is. December
That's right. So
18th.
we wanted to get the event out there before
Before
that
the
process
yeah.
started.
So, but if we can,
Karen Penny.
Yep.
and then the only thing I had was just to say that that this weekend, of course, is the Moline 150th celebration stuff, but the band is playing, I believe at 11 or something like that on that Saturday morning. So as the school year kicks off, I know the band is also playing tomorrow at freshman first day and for the teacher stuff at the beginning, but then there's so the
Yes.
marching band is very busy doing those things, as all of our sports teams I know are getting started and practicing in that as well. But good to see high energy things already happening at the beginning of the year, but.
So
people-
great seeing and hearing the kids all over.
I am really passionate about this board forum. I think the best thing we can do is educate our community about what we do, so they have realistic expectations and know what they're signing up for. We're not signing up for. So I hope that all of you will be able to come and be available for that event. I wanted to take a second to thank Todd, because Rachel is right. There is nothing harder than trying to fill teaching positions, particularly those that happen at the last minute. So thank you, Human Resource Department. I know it is an intense job, and this summer was pretty a lot going on. Dr. Savage and I, at the beginning of August, went to a professional development global
Leadership summit.
leadership. I was supposed to go, but Adam got sick. So I did it virtually and she attended. But one of the things that I really took away from is the speaker said this: I don't want to be a voice for the voiceless. They have voices. We just need to listen. And I think that's really powerful. And that's something I feel like this board has done. And it really struck home as we're getting ready to do the Aspire Center. So I just wanted to share that. Anyone else have anything before we move on? Okay, all right, number 7, going into closed session. To consider the collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives for deliberations and salary schedules for one or more of classes of employees. Could I have a motion, please?
This one too.
Oh, I didn't want to do that one. To hold a discussion of minutes of meetings lawfully closed under the Open Meetings Act, whether for purpose of approval of the body of the minutes or semi-annual review of these minutes as mandated by section 2.06. Now, could I have a motion?
Second.
This is all in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Can I have an all in favor motion? Gosh, darn it.
You're all right.
Can I have a motion to return to open session?
So
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Do you have any action?
We do not have any
Okay, so
action.
now you need to close the meeting.
Okay.
Now you need a motion to adjourn.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.